was some online debate the other day over meatloaf sandwiches, or I should actually say it started by a gentleman's tweet where he said they should slice the meatballs for meatball subs because it's too hard to handle. And there was on the one side, there was this camp of, no, I love when that meatball just pops out onto my lap, onto the table. People talked about the structural integrity or the lack of structural integrity when it came to meatball sandwiches. Now, in my past life, I actually served a meatball / meatloaf sandwich at a restaurant. And the way in which we made the meatloaf is a technique that I've actually translated and transferred into my current life as a father and a lover. You hear that, Lauren? and also how we serve meatloaf here at the house. So I made a recipe for my Substack. That's at Substack at American Gravy, Gruel, Substack, etc. Whatever. We'll put the link up right here, okay? It's right there. Is it right there? Is it here? It's around here somewhere. That's my Substack link. I'm posting recipes on there almost every single day. I did develop a recipe for the greatest meatloaf, but for this meatloaf, I actually kept the flavors more along the style of a meatball as opposed to a meatloaf. And the technique by which we made this was a little bit of French style. We made like a panada, which is a thickener with milk, egg, and bread. It's better than just panko in there. And then we poached it. We put it into a cylinder. We poached it, removed it from the aluminum foil plastic wrap, and then we actually roasted it into this cylinder loaf right here. We ate half of it last night, but I'm here today with you to show you why you want to be making extra meatball meatloaf, and then how you can make the best meatloaf, I'll say slider instead of sandwich. You can also translate this into a crusty sub, but I'm gonna wanna show you how to do these sliders. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this meatloaf, which is cold, meatball meatloaf, I keep saying that. Let's call it a ball loaf. That's weird, let's not call it that. And I'm going to slice it for these sandwiches, okay? So let's make 4 of these. Now what we're going to do is I'm gonna get a pan hot with butter. I'm gonna pan sear this on all sides. I'm gonna steam a little bit to warm it all the way through. I'm gonna hit it with some of this fresh tomato sauce that we made, smother it in mozzarella, toast my buns, and make the ultimate meatball meatloaf ball loaf slider. Got my carbon steel pan. I'm gonna turn it on medium-high heat. I'm gonna throw in just a dollop of butter, just a small, maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon of butter here. Going now, I am gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil as well to increase the smoke point of the butter. Once the butter melts totally and starts to foam a little bit, I'm going to add my meatloaf slices, my meat slices. We'll call them meat slices. I'm gonna add my meat slices to the pan. I'm just gonna come up to heat here. I am gonna season these a little bit on this side as well. Just one side. They're seasoned all the way throughout, but I like a little extra salt just so it crusts up. While these are searing, I'm gonna shred some fresh mozzarella cheese right over here on the stove. I'm just contained, I'm hanging out at the stove right now, waving to people. This is my area. We just wanna gently brown these. Oh yeah, that's good. Now we're talking. See how those get nice and brown? And then I'm gonna push these off to one side, turn the heat down. I'll get my bread in here too. So now these have cooked all the way through. They're warmed all the way through, nice and crispy on the exterior. Just gonna give them one last flip. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add my simple tomato sauce to the top of these. And that's gonna create a little bit of steam. You want a lot of tomato sauce on here, okay? Because then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna top it with the mozzarella, and that fine grate on the mozzarella will allow it to melt faster. Give this a quick blast to give it heat, right? You can even throw a little bit of the sauce in the pan to create some steam. Now I'll turn it down, I'll grab my lid, and I'll cover it to let that cheese melt. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Look at that. Now all we're gonna do is just put these right onto the slider buns, okay? And I'm gonna hit this with a touch of Parmesan at the end as well. Scoop a little bit of that extra sauce on there. Now I'm just gonna mince some fresh basil, some basil. Oh my God, tell me that's not the perfect. You know, I hate these meatball sliders that you have like a little nut in a big bun, a little ball in a big bun. It's too much bun. Bun to bread ratio is essential when you're cooking, right? So I did the small buns on this. I want the meat hanging outside the bun. It's like, you know, wearing a small bikini at the beach in the summertime as a guy. You know, you wanna make sure it's more dog, less bun. And this is the way to go here. Look at this. Look at that guy right there. I mean, if I give this just a rip too, if you're sharing this with a friend. Ooh, caliente. Ooh, it's a little bit hot. Lauren, you gotta try this. She knows what's going on. She smells it. Toasted garlic, tomato sauce, yesterday's meatballs. She's sitting at the door off camera right now. She's got her balloon pants on. Get those balloon pants in here.